Hey everybody, welcome back to Das Lab. Today we have a special find. This was on the side of the road and I slowed down to take a look and I heard, "I'll help you load it in your truck." So I got that and that reel mower over there in the corner. Don't even look at that bandsaw, that's a whole other story. What did the guy say about it? Wouldn't run. They tried using quick start and it would start but it wouldn't continue to run. I don't know much else about it. Looks like it's in good shape. It's probably newer than the one I have. I'd say this is probably based on some of the rust down there in the corner. I'll say 10 years old, something like that. As far as oil goes, there is some, but I wouldn't say it's in the greatest shape. Looks pretty black, but it's got oil in it, and it's up to the right level. I checked before. Yeah, it's a little low. It's a little low, so there's that. The pole starter, this is a bootlace. So somebody had the, it's a good material, it's just not really the right thing. And it doesn't have a lot of compression. It's got some, I don't know if it's got a decompression on it that makes it go easier. I'm going to look to see if it has any spark Reno. You know what, we're going to trade spots. Okay, so it's got a key. Oh, this is all loose. Somebody's been into the carb. It's got a key, area, choke, throttle, and I got my fancy wrench here. One size fits all. I got that at a flea market. And I thought, as cool as it looks, it's probably useless, and it appears to be. Oh my god, that's tight. Somebody reefed that on there. Oh, okay. Spark plugs don't have to be in that tight. Oh. Doesn't look horrible. Is there any sparky? So this is spring right now. I don't know how far I'm gonna get into this. It all depends on what other projects come up. It's gardening season. I don't know if we can see that there or not. Oh yeah, it's got good spark. I'll put a couple 100 foot-pounds in there. And okay, so I know on other ones I've had, there's been a screw there. Take that off. Take the key out. And that's your kill switch right there. So the key goes in and forces open the contacts. And when there's it's insulated there and there's a little spring there, and when that is key is pulled out, it takes that green wire and it grounds it. If this is all connected up to the machine, you might get into a situation where if you had this out and it was running, you had the key in it, and you took the key out, it wouldn't be grounded because this is not attached to this. So don't be surprised by that. Okay, so the governor is still on there. There's only, oh, there are 2 holes. throttle. It's down here. There's the throttle. Looks pretty pretty gummy. I'm gonna say that needs to be taken apart and cleaned. I don't even know what's going on in the bowl, but we'd have to take that apart. So remember, that pin goes in the far outside hole. And also on here, we gotta note that. Everything other than that, oh, there's another spring down here for the throttle. And there's a, looks like an idle screw right there. I don't know if you can see it. Idle screw right there. And yeah, it's funny, that's I think there's part of the screw is still there, but it's just rotted right off. So that also, I guess that's the only thing holding that on. Under normal circumstances, these bolts, there's nothing there to attach them onto. So the only thing holding that on normally would be a screw right there. So we might have to drill that out and tap, put another something right there. Is that the idle there? That stop. Oh, there's another kill switch right here. There's another kill switch right there. So that actually is a kill switch. Huh, that's all bent up. Wonder if that's why it wouldn't stay running. Interesting. Because that looks like it was actually touching there. So it might have been vibrating. It's a spring, and it might have been vibrating and grounding out. And that makes sure it absolutely does ground out. Interesting. It's the little things, right? Cool. Let's go get some fuel. Okay, so I put some fuel in it. Got the throttle, I don't know, midway. Choke. Is full on prime. Not getting anything. Could be part of the problem. I think maybe that's part of the problem. Not getting hard. I'm not really getting anything hurt. Definitely could be a fuel issue. Yeah. Fuel lines look okay. And there's no, I don't see a on off. Oh, wait a second. There's the primer line. Oh, I see some dripping. We got a drip. be stuck float. That's what I was afraid of, putting gas in it when I'm about to store it away. Okay, I see fuel only when I prime it. Oh, I think it's flooded now. Like go musty style. Come right down the throat. I know. I think we're in a carb rebuild. Nothing, honey. Do I still have spark? Was it all just a dream? Pretty sure I don't need that. You know what? It is touching. I need the key in there. It's not floating. I probably don't have spark. Ugh. I thought it was just sitting on the tire like that, it would be floating. But if it's touching the frame at all, it's gonna short out. Lots of spark now. Probably half the problem. Suck, squeeze, bang, blow. Half choke. Okay. I'm leaking gas. I guess I'll take that carburetor off, see what happens. Okay, I've got this almost off. I saved you watching me screw around. One of the things I wanted to make sure I did is, if you can see this part right here, this little S bend that goes into the from the feedback link from the governor. If you watch my video on the weed eater with the circular saw blade, that's what I busted off. I busted off part of that S bend. That's a whole other video, but live and learn. So that's because I tried to rip it apart without taking the carb off. Now I'm taking the carb off first, and I will be able to gently disassemble it instead of destroying it. So I captured all the gas. in a container. That's what I was afraid of. Everything was dry and clean. But you know, I'd fool around and I'd wait, and I'd be doing this in October and I'd be freezing. So what better day to work on a snowblower than in April. Now see, I can gently take one or the other off without breaking anything. Just wiggling it off. And I marked, there's my cheat sheet. Okay, so I know which hole it goes into. So there's the carb. Everything looks horribly dirty. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's something nasty. Oh, there's that's, I guess, so you can drain the, sorry, you can't see that. That's a little purge that you can probably drain the bowl with. I'll have to take that apart and take a look and see. Ooh, there's, yeah, some nasty looking stuff there. Definitely was getting fuel. Okay, I'm taking this out, lest I lose it. No, I think it'll be okay there. And the gasket stayed behind. That's fine. Good place for it. Matter of fact, I'll just put a couple of these nuts back on. Oh. Oh, that's not a stud. That is a whole nut and bolt sort of thing. That's going to be fun to put back together. Huh. Wonder if this one's the same way too. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we're gonna have some fun putting this back together, I can tell. I mean, I can't even get them on without the carburetor there. So what I'm gonna do is hold that out with a screwdriver. That's probably what I'm gonna have to do when I get that carb on. I think there's as long as you keep them out, I don't have to get a wrench on the back there. Not that I could, because they lock into some sort of a formed divot in there to hold it from turning, but it doesn't keep it from moving back and forth. Okay, we'll go up here and take a look at this carb, and I don't like what I'm seeing already. Okay, so already things are getting messy, excuse me. And just trying to keep things organized here as much as I can. I've never seen anything quite that color before. Greenish, yucky. We'll dig in. I can at least get that float pole off. See what it looks like. Oh, woo. Okay, the gasket on there is in pretty good. It's a Tecumseh. Well, it's not horrible, but it's just that green. Yucky. Big, thick gasket there. It looks like it's in good shape. Yeah, and there's that little drain. So what you should do is, I'm surprised there's not a cutoff on there, but at the end of the year, if you didn't want to take this apart, you shouldn't leave fuel in it, so you can just lift that up, and it's a little check valve, and if you purge that, it'll drain the crap out of the bowl and keep everything nice and the way it should be, clean. So, a lot of oil here, so I'm going to wait and make sure that I got some good carb cleaner and not take this apart any further, because I may not remember how to get it back together. And that, I believe, will go like that. Yeah, so there's some jets on there and whatnot. So okay, so when I get some cleaners, I will continue the video. I'm just not set up for cleaning a carb. Got it off, but that's as far as that. Okay, I'll see you in a bit. Okay, I am back. It's probably 3 weeks later. Had a hard time just getting the stuff that I needed. So we're going to be working on this carb, just cleaning it up a little bit. I'm going to clean the outside, so that's kind of cleaned up, and then we'll worry about cleaning the inside. Nothing like these things for these are great shop tools, and you know, when you're done with this and you don't want to use it in the shop anymore, they are fantastic for cleaning your teeth. My dentist must be a YouTuber doing small engines, because he gives me some of these every year, and so he must know that I'm into this sort of thing. So, you know, keep in mind, don't just throw them out. Some of these things have multiple purposes. So that's I'm just cleaning it up to basically just clean it up. You know, I'm thinking it might work a little bit better if it's clean. See if there's any obvious faults with it. That can's almost done. This brakes cleaner stuff really works nice. And then the nice thing about it is it kind of smells good too. I mean, I wouldn't say it's a new air freshener for your house or something like that. Maybe keep a can of it in the bathroom or something. But it does smell nice. So that's a little bit cleaner. Okay, now in the last video I did have the bowl off, and we were looking at that in this little drain here, I think for draining the bowl, so you can easily maybe winter store it or something like that. Watch your ears. Okay, so go back in and take a look at this a little bit better. So the first thing I see is there's a gasket there, and that looks like it's in good shape. It seems to be bonded to the brass, so I'm not going to try to pull that off and let a sleeping dog lie. I know I'm not an expert on this, of course, but one of the key areas that you're going to be concerned about is that hole right there and how it comes up into that passageway, because that's basically one of the main ways you're getting your fuel up through those holes into the pathway of the air rushing in into the intake chamber. So that's got to be clean, we know that much. The bowl itself wasn't too bad. Bit of schmoo around the edge here, we'll clean that up. And we'll take the float out. And there's the needle. Okay. And we'll want to clean that passageway too. We'll get in there with a Q-tip or something like that. Not much else I can take apart. I can't take out a jet from there. There's no provisions for a screw to back that out, but I can certainly spray it down with some carb cleaner and then clean it out with air. there's an idle adjustment. I don't see another adjustment on here. Maybe under that cap, which I'm not going to touch, there might be some sort of an adjustment, but I'm going to let a sleeping dog lie. Okay, so fuel in. There we go. No, sorry, that was for the primer. That was for the primer. Main fuel in. It's over here, of course. That passageway looks clear. There's a little passage through there. I'm not sure if there's a anything that goes through there. That clean. It doesn't look bad overall. I mean, I'm not an expert on it, but it doesn't look too bad. Okay. And where's that? Okay, and of course we were going to clean this one too. Make sure that that's good. All right. A little bit of debris on the float here. Clean that up. Someday I'll get an ultrasonic parts cleaner and we can nothing in there, so it's not full of liquid. That's good. And what about this thing here? So it's got a nice little spring-loaded area. That gasket, everything looks to be in pretty good shape. Clean out some of the goop around here. Alright, let's see if we can get this back together. Okay, that's going to hang off of there. Oops. Everybody's out. It's a hot day. Okay, I'll be back in a second. Okay, so I got the float back on, and the way we can test to make sure that it's sealing right is when there's no gas in the bowl, this opens the valve, and you can blow on it, and then as the gas fills up into the bowl, this floats and should shut off the valve. So when that's floating and it's full of gas, I can't blow through it. So the little needle valve is working. Line that up. We insert this. Make sure it's got a good seal. And with the wrong wrench, snug that up. There. We are ready to reinstall. Do you think we can remember how that goes? Let's hope so. I'll see you over at the machine. Alright, let's see if we can figure out how this thing goes back on. Okay, oh yeah, that's right. I remember these were going to be fun to manipulate back on because they're not studs per se. And yeah, that one especially. Yeah, they do kind of fit into the hole, but we need a screwdriver for back there. See if I can lose those. And we don't want to wreck our carburetor, so this goes into that's going to bolt on that way, and it goes into this hole like that. That wasn't so bad. Yeah, we're going to get a screwdriver in here to push that out and hold that. Force it over. Just get it started. Will be half the battle. Come on. What the? Yeah, I got that one started. Yeah, I got that one started. Is that fuel line always coming from over there? Okay, that can be turned. Okay. And manipulators. Okay. Sure seems to be tightening up a lot. What else do I need? There's a thing for the choke. There's the primer line down there, I see it. And the fuel line. You know what? Oh, that's spinning back. Because it's not in its recessed cavity. Why it's not in there, I don't know. Maybe there isn't. Maybe I'm just delusional. Okay. Okay, yeah. So I just had to put a wrench on the back there. We did say we were going to do something about this. Oops, sorry, about this nut here that broke off. And I'm going to put a new screw in or something. Let's go on there. Well, that really is fixed in there. Good. That's really, I wonder if I shouldn't drill it out. Of course, it would have been nice to do that with the carb off. Okay, I'll get a drill and a bit. Wow. Almost. Incredible. Son of a. Okay, and then I got a self tapper for that. I'll run that through with this other. Give it a fighting chance. All right. See how that works? Okay. This. Goes on there somewhere, and I think that goes like that. Yep, that seems to fit the ticket, fit the bill. And we got that. Gotta get that lined right up like that. Put that there. They were Loctited in. They were Loctited. Oh, there's still a little bit on there. Don't know what I'm going to do with this. Don't know what I'm going to do with this. I've got an old machine. Oh, can't get that in there. Got an old machine that I like that runs, and it's the devil I know. I know where all the fuel issues are or were, and I know what's going on with the traction drive, and I know everything that I want to know about that. I hate to get rid of it, even though it's a little older. It looks a little bit more beat up. Then, you know, take this that is newer, looks nicer, but I don't know what else is wrong with that. But then again, what do you do? Sell it? Let somebody else suffer? Buyer beware. I guess if you get it for a good price, like I did, buyer beware. I don't want to sell crap though. As is. See that Loctite still working. Okay, that choke's going to be choking. Some fuel lines. Probably should have put those on before. Primer. How did that come in here? Like that? Over the top? Or underneath? I can reach that way. Okay. And somewhere there's another fuel line. Oh, right there. Okay, I guess it was coming up. Nothing like working on a snowblower in 30-degree weather. I know I used to have a snowmobile, well the family did, a long time ago. It was an OMC snow cruiser, and if it wasn't at least -5 Celsius, you know, if it was like around 0 on a nice March day, that thing wouldn't run. It was a cold weather machine. Now, I don't know really how sophisticated the carburetor was and all that, but I'm wondering if this is going to be like it if it's jetted and ported and aspirated for cold, dense weather. That's not in the way of anything there, I don't think. Choke knobby through there. And we've got to put our self-tapper in there. Try to put it there, right there. And get the right driver. And let's see, is that going to be lots of room for that? Lots of room for that self-tapper. That still works. That works. Choke knob. Okay. Oh yeah, just like it was meant to be there. Look at that. They're coming together. Full range of motion on the choke. All right. Oh, I gotta go get some gas.
Okay, I'm going to take it off the lift. It's really not meant for snowblowers, but hey. Do it this way. There's a whole other video on me not rebuilding, but cleaning up this lift. It was a find, and basically just had to fix up the wheels here, and away we go. Just makes it a little nicer elevation to work at. Neutral. Okay. Where are we going to do this? I think I need some air in my ears. Why is that locked? Okay. Where am I going to put you? You go there. And I just don't want too much gas in there because it's going to be stored. And if I have to drain it out. Okay. So is on. We are in run. Prime 3. Maybe. I don't know why I did that. Likes to be on full blast. No choke. call that a win. Put some air in the tires, and oh wow, that's fumes. That's fumey. Put some air in the tires, and goes forwards, backwards. The auger, as you can see, puked out a bunch of leaves, and I'm gonna call it a win. That's it on Das Lab. If you like this sort of thing, having fun in the shop here, don't forget to subscribe. Be safe, have fun, don't get any on you. See you next time.